What's going on, confessors? Happy Monday. At least it is for us. It ain't for Diddy. And we are here to talk about it. I know that we've got some Bravo drama going on too, but we probably ain't even gonna get to it because things are coming out as we speak. So let's just get into it. So let me bring up my co-host, the one and only Miss Dina, aka Christina. Hey boo, hey.
Hey.
Girl, what was your thoughts when you first heard
All I
that?
could think about was that Sloan video, because I remember back when we first talking about this with Cassie and the medium, you had a clip of that. And of course, everybody and their mama then went back and got the clip now. Can you hear me okay? I sound good?
I hear you great.
So everybody was bringing, has started bringing up the clip, but that's the first thing I thought about. That she said in March, it was gonna be over for Diddy. It was gonna come down, and then I saw the videos. They got the kids in handcuffs, and our good friend, Attorney Simone, she was talking about it, and yeah, I mean, I was even watching something, I think like on CNN or some news channel, and they had it on the ticker across the bottom while they was live from the White House talking about something in Gaza or whatever. I don't know.
I mean, it is the news is everywhere. There is not anyone who is not anyone not talking about it on some level, on some degree, or has at least mentioned it. Right. I mean, oh my goodness. This man actually tried to flee the country. This man left behind his girls, his boys, and everyone. I'm wondering, was he the only one on that plane? Was there anyone else on that plane with him? Because it certainly was not his children at all, or any other baby mamas at all. Who was on that plane with him?
He was probably selfish and on the plane by himself.
Well, see, I mean, does he know how to fly? Because someone's
got to fly. Not him by himself, but him and the pilot.
See who, and that's another thing. Who's the pilot? Who knows? Because this is a lot to be said. So, there's a lot of facts that are coming out all at one time. It seems to be. So, Diddy's sons. At first, it was saying Diddy's sons and a guy in a hat. You've seen them in a video being detained on the ground. So let's see if I can find the footage of that. I know that I have posted it. Here we go. Let me go to my profile. I was like, goodness gracious, Diddy.
Breaking news right now, we're following the Department of Homeland Security conducting a raid at a house in Holmby Hills, believed to be connected to Sean Combs, the rapper and music executive, perhaps being linked to a sex trafficking investigation.
He got some shots of a few people coming out of the home. Those people have been detained. Now, we're trying to still connect the dots. We do have some sources on scene here that we're getting this information from. We were actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement vehicles at least. There are 3 Bearcats on scene here. This just all unfolded, Sandra, I would say, less than 10 minutes ago. We got here even before the crime scene tape came up. So we're just down the hill. If you look up the street where Tony is right now to the right, you'll see one of those Bearcats, and law enforcement on the other side of those bushes basically is that home that is registered to Bad Boy Films, which is part of Bad Boy Entertainment. And the home in particular is registered not only to Bad Boy Films, but to one of P. Diddy's daughters.
They are heavily armed, and they've been very tactful, would probably be the best word to use, as they made entry into this home. This afternoon. We actually watched them as they made their way through one of these side gates. And as soon as they got inside the home, one of the first things they did was made their way into this garage that you see is open right there. Now, they did take a couple of people into custody.
Breaking news right now. We're following the department.
So we know that those couple of people are Justin and King Combs, and there was a young lady on the ground too. I'm not sure. I think that was one of his daughters, and a man in a hat that is said to have been there as well at the time. So it is said that they came in like guns blazing, basically like Call of Duty sort of type stuff, like something you see out of a movie. Like as you see, they just came through like kick in the door, wave in the full flow. It was something for real. And Diddy was not there, of course, because we know that now that he had fled the scene, tried to flee the country, and the Homeland Security and FBI forced him to land his plane. And now he himself is in custody at this time as well. So what is going to happen with Diddy at this point? Because if he's willing to leave his children, I'm sure he's about to start saying whatever he needs to help himself, because that's all he's been trying to do at this point since the beginning of time. So what do you think he's going to do at this point now that he is in custody?
I think he gonna punk out and start snitching on folks. He gonna become an informant, going to witness protection. I mean, here's the thing. Now, granted, it could be the fact that he wasn't with his kids when this started to go down, and he got word of it and hopped on a plane. What I want to know is, where was the flight plan headed to? Was he going to some country with no extradition treaty with the United States?
Yes, it said that he was going to. Yes, but that's exactly where he was going, to a place that had no extradition to the US. It's someplace close by Africa, I believe. Cape Verde. That's where he was going. Cape Verde. That's where he was headed to.
Yeah, see, I hadn't heard that.
And they have no
idea. But I remember I texted you that. I said he probably going somewhere with no extradition treaty to the U.S. Hey,
I am the single one. Hey, Monique.
Hey, Monique. Yeah, I did see that she shared it. I liked it too. But yes, I definitely think that he was gonna run off. Now I was about to say he might not have been with his kids at the time he got the news, so he just hopped on the plane and was trying to save himself. But if he was in L.A. where his kids was, and he hopped on the plane without his kids and had them all up in the house with all kind of criminal paraphernalia or whatever they found or got the search warrant for or whatever, allegedly, you was a piece of shit.
See, I feel that he absolutely did know, because for the thing is, you have to, his private jet with all jets, you have to record to, the air trafficking people. Mm-hmm. And you can request to have your tracker taken off for a certain amount of time. And all the way up until last night, this morning, whenever he took flight, he was on the tracker, and his people requested that it been taken off. So this was premeditated. He knew this was coming, and he left his. I cannot believe that.
Well, I do not condone I do not condone running away from the law. However, this just proves how stupid he was, because at the time, I believe it was on that, Tasha K channel or whatever, where they said the male employee filed another lawsuit. At some point in time, you got to get the hell out of Dodge. And whatever. And in today's society, you are guilty until proven innocent. So I'm not saying he guilty of what that person said or not. but I'm feeling real 50 Cent like, where he's like from Power when he was like, whatever they said he did that shit. I'm feeling real like that about Diddy right now, because it's kind of like, once you get a reputation for X, Y, and Z, and even Tasha K said it, anybody could come say, well, Diddy did this to me, and everybody gonna believe it. So you do got to weed out the real from the fake. But at the same time, so many people have come forward saying he did this, that, with backup. You know what I'm saying? Not just saying with backup. So at this point in time, most people are subject to believe that. Plus, you was paying this person off, paying that person off. All these old videos is resurfacing when you was late night drunk, telling on yourself, and this, that, and the third. So my whole thing is like, you should have saved yourself a long time ago. If you don't wait to the 53rd hour to flee the country when they looking for you. Now, I'm pretty sure he might still have a couple of friends in law enforcement left that said, hey, they just signed the warrant, get the hell out of Dodge. But they should have told him, way sooner. Like, again, I do not condone running away from the law. I'm just saying, considering the amount of money that you got, and you got caught, and like Monique said, he ain't shit for leaving his kids behind. Especially like what they say, possession is 9/10 of the law. And even though it's his house, if whatever they found in the house, they was there in the house and they all of age. It's not like they 12 or 13 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So is it yours? Is it your daddy's? Oh, well, we just gonna take everybody to jail till we figure it out. Now you got your kids sitting in jail and you trying to flee.
It's in one of the girls' names. So it's in one of the girls' names, and it's connected to Bad Boy Records and whatever else that they had mentioned in the video that we just seen. So with all of that tied in, that's major, because you're putting in companies and corporation in it, and that is why the Homeland Security is involved. Like that is a big, huge deal. It's not just the FBI; it is the Homeland Security. That is big. That means this is something on either a bigger and or darker level that we are dealing with Diddy. So when they say that when they used to joke around and say that he is the Jeffrey Epstein of the music industry, it looks like that's the case, because it is.
And remember the one girl that came out after Cassidy said that they drugged her, put her on her plane, took her somewhere. She was forced to do things with 3 people. She named 2 people. She didn't know the third assailant, and then they flew her back.
And
this could also be one of those cases where, remember, in some cities, counties, states, whatever, say you have a domestic violence dispute with your husband, and then you decide not to press charges, but the state has the right to pick up the charges. So even though Cassie only filed charges in a civil suit, the state or Homeland Security or the FBI or whoever could have the right to pick up the charges. So this could stem from the Cassie case. This could stem from the second girl. Now, granted, there was 2 more people that came out, and one was like him and Aaron Hall. That was a case. Then the one girl, the one person she did remember was that music executive, and then there was another one that listed some other people that were redacted. So you know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. You are drugging people, and even like just with the Cassie, you are drugging people, taking them across state lines and forcing them to do things with male prostitutes. I mean, if you read her 30-something pages of whatever, you know what I'm saying? That is definitely enough to for any type of FBI, CIA, Homeland Security, any of them to pick up charges, and then more and more stories, start to come out or whatever. So it's very sickening and disgusting And I've never liked something about him and his godlike complex. And then it's kind of funny to me, like, you know, in your younger day, and not just Diddy, because somebody out there likes him. I ain't never liked him, but like that. But, you know, to some people, he's a handsome man. You know, he got a lot of money. But I just sit back and think of back when I used to think R. Kelly was fine. Back when I used to think some Darren Sharper was fine. And then years later, just like the dude from High Five who unalived his girlfriend and she was the mother of his 2 kids. And his brother did the same thing. It's like we sit here and I don't want to use the word idolize too loosely, but these people, and I'm pretty sure there's some sick women out there too, so I'm not discriminating, but we sit here and we idolize it. Oh, they're so handsome. Oh, that's my dream boat. That's, you know, if I was ever to get a hall pass, that's my celebrity crush. And all along the while, these motherfuckers is in the back room doing some sick shit.
Yeah,
and that's my rant for the moment.
So another thing that is to be said, when they had raided the place, they brought ladders, which is very rare to even think about doing. Actual ladders. I mean, the place, the mansion is a huge place. So they were getting these ladders because they were trying to reach the cameras, get the cameras that are located everywhere with around the property, inside, outside, what have you. So they are on it. They are looking for some very particular stuff. They are going in and out through the crane. So also, so the Miami home has been raided. The Diddy's Star Island home, he has one in Miami, and I believe in 2 in Los Angeles, or 2 in Miami and 1 in Los Angeles, either way. And then it was just reported that his New York home has just been raided. Now, you know, he has places in Belize and he has places in another place. So we're unsure if if all those other raids were coordinated with the other ones that were just happening, because all of these raids that happened were coordinated at the exact same time.
And that's how you supposed to do it. I mean, now, granted, I'm no lawyer, but I do have a criminal justice degree. And if I was on the team, that's how they do it. If you ever look at any of the big time drug raids, they hit all the stash houses or whatever at the same time. And they do this because, for example, say they hit a house on Tuesday and they don't hit the other house till Thursday. That's 48 hours for them to remove evidence from the house. They're like, oh, they hit the New York house. Clear up everything in Miami and LA. They gonna come there next. So to do everything at one time, I just can't imagine, because I'm sure he hopped on a flight before he was able to erase everything, especially if he was whatever home he wasn't in. It's not like he made pit stops. He might have called security or something or whatever, but I guarantee you the video files from them houses is the first thing they going for, because he's a sick fuck. And you know he recorded 98.7% of the shit that he did.
Facts. So in a situation like this, even, you know, when they in a situation like this, when they raid you right now at this point, they got everything they need. They really just like to do this just to basically fuck up your day and you know, and put let it be known in the news, because they like to put their shit out there. You know, you always see cops posted up with their drugs and stuff and be happy, just like stupid shit. And, you know, Homeland Security, FBI ain't no different. You know, a win is a win. And especially Diddy, like, knowing everybody's been waiting for this, they knew that this would be major coverage. They knew to do this today. Like, they knew exactly what they were doing. Everything was calculated. So Diddy has been watched for a long time. So they got everything they need. So anything that he think that he did try to erase, I'm sure they already got it. He already, had hers because.
Well, they got video right now of TMZ, of Diddy pacing around the airport.
Oh, Jesus. See? Guilty.
Oh,
He just looks guilty and miserable. Well, let's just go through some of the things that everything's been going on that I saved because it's just so many things. First of all, yes, Bella Sloan Bella had it all right.
I don't know.
He did. And his 3 right-hand men, okay? 3. His mouth is being sewn up. So when I see his face, the image I get is the mouth is being sewn up. So he is going to be unable to speak for some reason. I can't talk. I cannot speak for myself anymore. It's because of his mentors. And they don't want it coming out over here, even though some of them are outing themselves. These are old guys connected to old style Motown. He's being shut up from outing them or from speaking about them for some reason. So there's a hierarchy going on here, and there's a total takedown of him. He is being sacrificed. So he may think he gets away with stuff. He may think it's cool he does what he does, but now he's the sacrificial lamb. And I do mean that. There's something that comes up with him in March, speaking of the lamb, during the Easter time frame, March, April, right in that time frame. That's why I said lamb. There's something else that's going to come up with him. We are not done. There are younger musicians that are going to come out against him and talk about what he did, the bodies that are buried. Okay. So the bodies that are buried, they're going to talk about it. There are men in other countries who are going to speak about it. There is political connections to him, an utter takedown of P. Diddy and his 3 right-hand men. Okay.
Because Jonathan believe, see, and Shine already had connections there, and there was something to be said about that too. So Diddy think he's smart. Diddy is not. It is just over for him. What happened was he got too comfortable at some point, and even his people were just like F you to everybody else who was coming forward. It was like, we'll just see you in court. Whoop whoop whoop. And look, you should have done it. But it's crazy to think that you didn't spend none of your money to help her secure your kids. Like, even if you were wanted to leave on your own, why didn't you give your peoples a heads up, and especially your kids?
Right, because really what they got to do with this, unless they was involved in the freak offs too, which is really disgusting.
Well, we know that what you call it was.
Put up the disclaimer. Put up the disclaimer. Put up the disclaimer. We got to put up the disclaimer and tell everybody that's 18 under. I mean, that's under 18 to get the hell out.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Disclaimer, this channel does not promote violence, bullying, or hate. Everything said in this video is public knowledge and or allegedly. This video is for entertainment purposes only. We go solely off of what we see on the show and we have heard on social media. If you are under the age of 18, you have got to go and get out. But you are over 18, you can stay and kick it, and we can get into the rest of this because it is a lot. Also, a trigger warning for anyone because it is a lot that is going on and that Diddy has done that would trigger just about anyone who is a human being. If you got a drink, please drink it because you may need it because it's a lot going on. And this is how I'm feeling about him.
Right. And do you got the numbers for the hotlines? Because we don't. If anybody needs help,
we don't play that. Y'all might no stable shoot. I might have to call a number myself after hearing all of this stuff because my
Let me write down the mental
I'm about to
number.
be depressed my damn self. I do have some mental health issues. He has some, but if you have some, you know someone does. There's this phone call away. But my goodness. So yes, with that being said. Let's see what else has been captured.
I just sent you something too.
Let's just break the ice for a minute and do something funny. This dude Diddy probably pulled the fake one lever off the wall and escaped through a secret tunnel. My goodness. So it is said that underground, I'm sure in all of them, maybe, but I didn't read the whole article. But at least in one of Diddy's homes, he has an underground tunnel that leads to I don't know where, a gym and a grotto down underground. So if
Let me
him
refill my
himself
drink.
has this type of stuff underground, you know there's a whole entire world underground somewhere. So that just goes to show there is layers to this, because Diddy knows some high profile people. Diddy has secrets and tapes on some high profile people. Just saying. So with all of that, you know, there's a lot of people who either are going to keep quiet, want to wish for Diddy to go away, we'll just say. So you never know. I just hope that as a black man, and I want to see justice be done. I do not want another Jeffrey Epstein situation that allegedly happened to Diddy. I want to see about justice. I want to see coverage. I want this to go to trial. I want this to be live coverage on Court TV and CNN and BT. And
well, I mean, yeah, but you have to, even though, you know, we do want all those things, one thing we have to be aware of is those people in high places, right, that don't want him to talk. Now, you see in the thing,
of course,
she said,
the old Motown hits, he's the sacrificial
she said
lamb.
that it's like his mouth is sewn shut. He can't talk, won't talk. You know, play on the words. They got the can't stop, won't stop. Boy, he can't talk, won't talk. And you know what I'm saying? I honestly believe that some higher powers are gonna be, or could potentially make sure he don't talk, because nobody actually believes that Mr. Epstein unalived himself willingly.
But see, but you never know. I'm not sure, but I feel that maybe Diddy don't got that much power or money or connection, whatever, to make himself be able to do an Epstein trick on us. But I feel
because some people, okay, so you got two theories. You got one, Jeffrey Epstein did not unalive himself willingly, and he really is off the face of the earth, deep down in the ground. Then you got the other theory that was all a game and he'd been spotted over in Ibiza somewhere. Now, I do believe Diddy has the money and the connections or whatever. And had he got on his flight 6 hours earlier, we might be talking about him in Ibiza or Cuba or Ireland or somewhere with no extradition treaty. And like that, the dude Snowden that went over to Russia to seek asylum. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there's all that. What I'm saying is, I don't think, I think that he got enough secrets that somebody might make sure that he don't talk, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's
what
how we've been getting along all this time. You know how we feel, because no one's been wanting to talk. Everyone's been scared to talk. See, either people are too scared to talk, or don't want to see nothing happen to him, and they're sticking by his side. You know, it's either one or the two. It's just that simple.
I mean, you haven't really seen him with nobody lately, but the thing, like, I'm really trying to tell you, if you go with the first, hey KK, if you go with the first Epstein theory, right, where they unalived him, he didn't go willingly because he could have told too many things, and even the Epstein list was still released. You know what I'm saying? Now, if what Cassie said was true, how she thought she deleted the videos, and then they was on a plane and he pulled up the video she thought she deleted. You know, the sick fuck then recorded and kept, and he like, when you open up the cabinet door and he got freak offs from 1998 or whatever, and they confiscate all that. So people, even if you did handle him, if you on the video, then you on the video.
All in the video.
Right.
Yep. That's just the whole point.
So that's the crazy part about it, is that because he liked to keep little trinkets and whatnot, then he might not even have to talk. And I read somewhere somebody made a joke online saying he was probably trying to get to Russell Simmons, and there's word on the street allegedly that Russell
Simmons has been served for his case today as well.
Exactly.
So there's no point. And then everyone's wondering and speculating because Sloan Bella has said that Jay-Z was on deck next in the next couple years at least to be the next to get taken down. And it is said that we're not sure if Jay-Z was on the plane, but Jay-Z's plane was in a rush to get back to New York after it was headed north to, I forget where, but very close to where Diddy was captured at, or was on his way to one of the two. So
here's the crazy thing. If you notice, okay, this is the same what Whitney say, same script, different cast, right? Because there's been rumblings, there was rumblings of Diddy and his mischievous, lewd, disgusting behavior, right?
Yes.
And then it took years for it to come to a head, like that pimple you get on your forehead right before a picture day and it don't want to pop.
That motherfucker, yes.
Right. Till the wrong moment. Yeah. And see, now they starting to do the rumblings of Jay-Z with Foxy Brown, Rihanna. There's a lot of undertones of things going on with Jay-Z, him drugging Beyonce the same way, allegedly. All this allegedly. Drugging Beyonce, allegedly. And this is that and the third, right? So it's kind of like the same thing. It's like, is they throwing tidbits out there, and then all of a sudden, boom, you get this court case, that court case, and then it's the end.
Right. Exactly.
So I'm just like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Jay-Z's music. I like a lot of these people's music.
Of course.
And it's sad that when you become so rich, you ain't got shit else to do but some sick, disgusting shit, allegedly. Well, actually, not in Cassie's case, allegedly, because she did win her lawsuit. But at the same time, this is just weird to me that you got to go through this, that, and the third to get your rocks off and have some fun at the expense of hurting all these people, in the process.
Exactly. That's the thing. But that be the whole point of someone getting their rocks off sometimes is to hurt people.
Right.
It's a sick, sadistic fetish, actually. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I just want to ask Diddy, who hurt you?
How many?
Right.
Because it can't even be only one with how you're going. And it's just, and I just wonder, like, I would question, do you even, like women, or do you hate women? I mean, but you don't only do this to women, you're doing this to men too.
Right. Because
that's not even the question either.
There is the male employee that's recently come forward, and then there's whoever, and I'm not sure if it's the same male employee, but there was the court documents that came out where all the names were redacted, but it was descriptions of R&B male singer from so-and-so, or executive producer from so-and-so. So people were, guesstimating on who these people could be.
People are
trying
smart
to fill in the blank. So I don't know if those two are the same case, but and even Tasha K was like, I didn't heard all the names floating around, and and she was like, she hadn't even dropped her audio from the male prostitute that she had interviewed, so it wasn't him. So for the fact that a male employee has now come forward, this shit is just wow. This shit is
It's
just wow.
completely wild. That's what I don't understand. It just happens out of nowhere, and it's just
It didn't happen out of nowhere. It
so
did not happen out of nowhere.
I mean, this day did. This
about,
day did. I mean, this day specifically just
right.
happened out of nowhere because I wasn't expecting it. I figured March was over. I was like, well, shit, maybe Bella got it wrong this time or something. I was ready to call it a done deal because I've been waiting for this moment since the beginning of the year. I kept saying, oh, I can't wait till March. Can't wait till March. I will make posts about it. Can't wait till March. And it was due to Diddy because it's on Bella. And so I had completely forgot about it. The last week's been a crazy week, so I wasn't even thinking about this man. And and here it go. It's like it's such a treat. It's such a treat. And I hate to say that to see another black man down, but you was a wrong devilish.
I'm telling you, whoever these people are with this Homeland Security team, I believe that Cassie broke this is my personal opinion. I believe that Cassie broke the seal and they read all them 37 pages. And I've never in my life seen somebody file charges on somebody or file a lawsuit that came with a trigger warning label. I've never seen nothing like that.
Never a day in my life. I didn't know that was possible.
And so there's that. And I believed with the 3 lawsuits that came after that somebody is sitting in the basement of Homeland Security they got that board and Diddy's name is on top and they got pictures of his security, music executives, all that good shit. They got all that shit on the board. They got the little red screen connecting the dots and shit. All of that. And anybody associated with the BS is they gonna bring them down. But I believe too that ever since what's her name, Jaguar, right, been piecing dots together with the mysterious unalivement of certain people, Kim Porter, Albie Shore almost being unalive, Heavy D. I mean, the list goes on of people who have mysteriously went on to meet Jesus. And then the Cassie shit, all the court, like it's just way too much. You know what I'm saying? At some point, something has to be done. And now again, the majority of this, minus the Cassie lawsuit, is allegedly.
Now, not to mention, see, I'm not privy to this, but I just kept hearing about this name, or at least maybe I just don't remember. But a long time ago, a man by the name Jonathan Oddie, who came out and spoke a whole bunch, where now it's saying, he's been in protection all of this time because, dates and trials have been coming up. And every time they come up, something goes down and is taken to a later date, or it's not happening, or something is going on. So it's a lot to say about that and where he is, because I feel that he has a lot to do with this. And, and here it is 2024. And this trial has the first started, had taken off in 2014. So here it is 10 years. And when you have a case of this high magnitude, of this level, it can't take this long to gather all the evidence to come this far. And that's why people kept saying, where's the feds? Why isn't everybody moving in? Why isn't nothing happening to them yet? It takes time. It's a process. The justice system is fucked up. So it takes a while to do what it needs to do. I mean, sometimes, by the grace of the ancestors, the justice system does do the right thing, or in some cases, but, maybe, good things come to those who wait in this case. And finally, we are seeing this man be taken down. And hopefully now that he is, people will start speaking out and stop being scared, because, they're scared to say anything about this man. Yeah. So I hope that everyone will start speaking out. And, Aubrey O'Day, you know, a lot of people have tweeted and said some certain things, and Aubrey O'Day, who has been no stranger to say how she feels about Diddy and the things that he has done to her and bullied her and threatened her and the things that he has sent to her and all of this. So, you know, Aubrey O'Day, she did not sign an NDA.
Right.
And Aubrey O'Day can speak if she wants, and you know she will when the time is right. And now that Diddy is locked up, she can. And not everyone has signed an NDA. There's so many people that Diddy has crossed and done wrong to and harmed and violated. There's no way that all of these people, or he had time for everyone to sign an NDA. So it is now the time to speak up.
Be a free for all. It's about to be a free for all.
Yeah, a buffet. A buffet.
And you know, the only thing I hope that don't happen is that some money hungry vultures come out trying to, you know, get a piece of the pie. Because in a minute he ain't gonna have no money. Because if Homeland Security is involved, the fact that he tried to flee, he gonna have to surrender his passport. They might freeze all of his assets. You know, he already lost Revolt. They kicked him off Ciroc. He's lost all his endorsements. Cassie got her money while she could, and she mainly got that money from the record label or whatever, because she sued all of them in one. And go ahead, girl, get yours. But some of the stragglers that's coming along may not be able to get paid, so it doesn't behoove anybody that is trying to be a gold digger or you know, allegedly say this, that, and the third just to get a couple dollars, because the dollars is probably very much gone. Or way out, being out the door. So that's the crazy part. And now they arrested his sons. I don't even think he could have put no money in their name or whatever, unless they got their own money. They could show that it's separate from him or whatever. But yeah, it's just all bad. And I'm pretty sure that anybody associated with him in these videos, or anybody that tried to help him escape or whatever, yeah, is all downhill. I am the single one said, right, legal fees on a federal case will be steep for sure. And unless he got some friends in hot places. See, that's this how the government. Well, first of all, you shouldn't be doing shit to be fucking with the government like that on a federal.
I mean, those friends are no more at this point.
Let me just say that. But here's the thing: this is how the government fucks you when you in a situation like this, because you need legal representation, but they freeze your assets. So unless you have an attorney that's been on retainer for a long time, living on the high horse off of you, and they decide to come work because you have a good case, and they know they're gonna get your shit unfrozen so they can get paid, you gonna be stuck. You gonna be stuck with some legal defendant who's really working with the feds to get you to take a plea or plead guilty so they can lock you up. Now, the only really jacked up part about this is that it is very much federal. So even if he's convicted, it ain't like he finna go to Rikers in New York, okay?
Of course not.
He finna go to Club Fed, you know what I'm saying? And it's a little cushy over there, but he still might get locked up and do some time, unless he got a down ass lawyer that says, I'm gonna get you out this shit and you know, pay me when they unfreeze your assets. But here's the deal: most of the time, people like Diddy don't have a lot of on-hand cash. Everything they have is tied up in planes, real estate, stocks and bonds. You know, they don't have a lot of liquid cash. Like your net worth could be like when Kanye, your net worth is $1 billion, but that's based on royalties, subsidiaries of companies, and valuations on, let's say, for example, Ciroc, Carl, what Sean John, this clothing line he had, like, I don't know.
I forgot all about Sean John. Shit, right. I forgot about that shit. Oh, wow.
So your net worth is built on a lot of evaluations of what your company's worth, what your stock as a brand is worth, and then you have your like real estate portfolio. So for example, you might be living in a $4 million house. Say you paid $4 million for it 20 years ago. Well, now you on Star Island and inflation, blah, blah, blah. You could probably sell it for 20 million. You know what I'm saying? So that goes towards your net worth. But do you really have $20 million? No. So
well, they said that all his money wasn't his anyway. And that's probably a reason why he can't talk. And that's why I feel that the money that he has, Diddy has sugar daddies. We have said that it has been said, it has been told, it has been talked about. Diddy has sugar daddies. He's got about 3. So Clive Davis being one of them. So, Diddy, someone is going to fork over the money. And Clive Davis love him some Diddy. So I feel Diddy ain't worried to a certain extent of where the money gonna come from, as long as he is keeping their secret. That's what I'm saying. Because I'm sure he is getting a lot of hush money. Because just like Diddy gives out hush money for what he does, he is getting hush money for what has been done to him. Hurt people. And like you said, so, he has learned how to do this. And that's why I'm saying a lot of people are not coming forward who have been done wrong by him. It's because they're probably doing this somewhere too. Now, they're also saying Justin Bieber is one to be taken down soon. But Justin Bieber is a victim also at this point. And then so when we're saying that, now we want to look at Carisha at this point. Would you look at Carisha as a victim or a co-conspirator at this point, if you will? Because even Carisha could have been.
I wouldn't look at her. Hey, LNB, I wouldn't look at her as a co-conspirator. I would look at her as a willing participant. If you saw their episode of Carisha Please, and she was talking about getting peed on, it's one thing to force somebody to be on the same freak level as you, and then that's where we have the Cassie situation.
I mean, but do you really think she liked it? I mean, some people do like that.
That's what I'm saying. If you out here admittedly saying, I like to be peed on, I like this, I like that, I like whatever, you know what I'm saying? And does she? I feel like this. Does she like it because of the money, or does she like it because of the status? But if she's doing it willingly for whatever her reason, like Cassie was drugged up and beaten. She wasn't doing it willingly.
So at that point, is it willingly at that point if you're drugged up and beaten?
But here's the thing. If you say, okay, I'm going to buy you a Bentley and to sleep with 10 niggas, do you want the Bentley or not?
Hell no.
Now I'm just saying, you be like, oh, okay, if that's what you into. She gives the aura and the stigma and everything.
But she could have felt like she wasn't in the same place to say no still. Yes, it's like one of those things that they think they're giving you a choice. Or that, I would think I'm giving them a choice, but they know damn well what choice they better pick. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I mean, there's two sides to every coin. So I get what you're saying. I'm just saying the way that she presents herself, you know what I'm saying, in her interviews, that she nasty. Like, and I'm not saying that in a bad way, because baby, if you like it, I love it. You know, if you want to get choked, spit, peed, and pooped on and whatever, and that's what you like, then okay, I'm all for you. Go get it, girl. You know what I'm saying? But we can't seem to think that he had eventually a freak finds they match, right?
Yes.
I mean, even if you look at the remember the video of the show You that was on Netflix, even Joe found him a unaliving girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? She was out there unaliving people. They was unaliving people together.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. There is two sides to all of it. But what side makes more sense? Because even in this case, it doesn't even look like, it looked like, even from the outside looking in, Carisha could be a participant because of how it is perceived and how, especially how the person she is probably the city girls, and you know that the stigma that carries with her name.
I'm not saying she is or she ain't. I'm just based on the few. I don't know the girl, right? I'm just based on the few interviews, internet clips, yada yada, whatever. She seems like she down for the cause, and all I'm saying is that if a man like Diddy has what we deem disgusting fetishes, and he meets a woman who's down for the cause, then that's why I said I wouldn't call her an accomplice. I would call her a willing participant. Like, baby, you ain't got to beat me down so I could slob on somebody else's knob while you recording. I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's levels to, being out here in this freak shit.
There are levels.
If she's at level, some of us is gonna stay on level 2 because that's where we safe. Okay. And then you got the other ones out here that's on level 100, and Diddy on level 105 and Carisha on 100. He'd be like, shit, bitch, come on. I'm gonna buy you all
shit,
the
maybe them 4. But what if possibly maybe, okay, like you said though, if Carisha on 100 and Diddy on 104, perhaps them extra 4 is too much. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be a line somewhere. And I think that could be where Cassie would, because I think you're right. She is the type that like all that poopy piss or whatever. She down for the cause, whatever. But I figured at some point she could have just like, you know what? I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that. I won't do that.
And to play devil's advocate, it could be, okay, so he was beating on Cassie, right? That didn't work because now you damaging the merchandise, right? So now you try a different approach. You got all the diamonds, you got all the Bentleys and the Rolls Royces and the furs, and you got your own podcast and the City Girls up 10,000. And so now you try a different approach of, I'm going to give you anything and everything your heart's desire could dream of. Now you feel so loyal that you got to do it. So you know what I'm saying? Trust me, abusers will switch up their shit when shit don't work. Now, definitely. as long as you lying and getting what you want, why stop lying? As long as you doing XYZ and it's still working, why bother? But now when you realize beating on women in the 2020s ain't working for you, or the late teens or early 2020s, once you see that shit's not working for you, you switch it up. I'm going to love bomb you. I'm going to take you on the shopping sprees. I'm going to take you to all the islands that you can't pronounce and you never been to. And then some people who ain't never had shit want to show the utmost gratitude. So it's like, okay, do I want to cry in a Pinto in Fort Lauderdale or in a Bentley in Dubai? You know what I'm saying? So there's that. And it's still manipulation and it's still abuse. Because if I wasn't giving in to your weird, sick, disgusting, fucked up fetishes, you wouldn't be trying to buy me a Bentley. You wouldn't be trying to buy me a fur coat. You wouldn't be dripping me in diamonds. You wouldn't have me at the Met Gala. You wouldn't have me in all these different rooms if I wasn't giving you that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's two sides to every coin. There's the willing participant, and then there's she's being bought. And if she wants to come tell her story one day, then she'll come tell her story. But there's a lot of people, and we know one of them that got up on the internet and was like, I never experienced that, and so is lying, and whatever. And as soon as he kicked that bitch to the curb, she was all up on the YouTube talking about he ain't come to the hospital when she miscarried or had an AB, and he had her out there stripping and all this other shit. So everybody got to tell their story in their own time.
Facts. So he has turned his comments off completely on everything. You cannot comment on not a single post of his. And And this was his
And
last
I'm
post
sure
that
it
he
wasn't
posted with
him
the
who did it.
homegirls.
Because has he, wait, I'm sure it
And
wasn't him who
they're
did it.
very,
Maybe the PR team. But has he been taken into custody yet?
yes.
Okay, I missed that part because I just saw the thing where he was pacing outside the airport, wherever he was. And so where's the picture Diddy in some handcuffs? That's what I want to see.
I mean, yeah, I would like to see that too. But they say that the guy who need him got him, and so it's the time he
Now
can't go nowhere else.
You
He
know
can't go
TMZ
nowhere else.
got it.
They're building. They can't. They ain't gonna let it all go down yet. Because they want to make money off of these pictures.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they're coming. It's Monday, so we've got the whole week of the news to just be gravitated by this. This is going to be the news for the longest until the next thing happens. It's just like a domino effect at this point because there's so many people behind Diddy. You know, Diddy didn't work alone, obviously. There's a lot of people that he paid off and that he was paying on and scared away and manipulated whatever into doing whatever he wanted them to do. And so with that being said, there are so many people to be taken down. This is a big, huge ring. And then the amount, and then to even find out how big this thing is. The Homeland Security. Okay, that is huge. So that means this is way bigger than whatever we is probably even thinking. It is going to be so many things. That's why there is no way he can come out of this. It's going to be so much. There's so many people who have so much to say. He has done too much. All I want to know is who gets to be in charge of all the videos and receipts that they have found on these cameras. Because, you know, if there's cameras, there are tapes, there is recordings, all of that jazz. Right. He is the Black Jeffrey Epstein. I was watching Tease and Tales earlier. Someone said Puffstein. This dude is now Puffstein. So he is Puffstein. It's crazy. He is going to go. It's over.
Girl, I am dead. Why are they selling pictures of P. Diddy's mugshot in a glossy poster for $11.99?
You know what? They don't wait.
Amazon. On Amazon.
Stop the bullshit.
Hold on.
Stop the bullshit. I can't. I will not. This is what I'm saying. So Candiace Owens says Diddy believes Diddy is the fall guy of a blank trafficking ring. They are raiding to hide evidence, not find it, she says. So Candiace says the feds are currently raiding Diddy's house. They already knew what he was up to, but he is going to be the fall guy so that they can protect the people at the top of the ring. That like Sloan said, that's what Sloan said. They are raiding his home to hide evidence to find it. That's how this works. And you know, I totally get that. That's totally believable. I absolutely receive that. That's so true.
I sent it to you.
Yeah, because so earlier it was said that the jet that comes left in U.S. residents was raided by DHS in connection with the trafficking investigation. The flight path to the plane appears to be headed towards Cape Verde, like I said. Yep, and Cape Verde has no extradition treaty with the U.S. Oh man, Kitty Hawk pace around my yeah. He's just so broken. He's so broken at this point. He is so broken. He's just like waiting for the fall, and it's here.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I want to see if there's any latest articles that have said anything new lately. Let's see. Nothing new yet. So yeah, so we probably won't get nothing new until the wee hours of the night or morning because everybody's just settling in. He's in custody. The boys are in custody. The people who, when they did raid, there were people who were trying to flee the house. They were also handcuffed. Not sure if they were taken into custody or not. I'm sure they were at least questioned, and there's probably still being questioned at this point and interrogated. So I would have, and this is the time for anyone who wants to take a deal, plea deal, anything. Like, this is your time. This your time to shine. Y'all better take y'all glory in y'all moment, because you see how he did his kids. And I wonder how they feel. And I wonder how they feel about that. Like, dang, Pops just left us hanging. Like, this man got on his plane he was to get on a boat so he can get on another plane to go. I don't know if that. So I don't know if when he got
this report online said he was trying to go to Antigua.
He was trying to go to Bassett. That's the whole point. So when they caught him, because they don't know, because when they had got his trafficking thing, he had multiple things going because he was going different places before he was getting to his final place because he was trying to move stuff. So he was Diddy was on a mission. Like, he was on a mission. He was about to clock out. He was about to clock out and go off the grid, I feel. At this point. Sure. It's just, and that's just what it is. Let's see if there's any latest Diddy news real quick.
Yeah, I went on Google and then I said in the past hour, so it's just the Los Angeles Times, Sean Diddy Combs, LA Miami homes raided in sex trafficking inquiry.
Washington Post.
TMZ, Diddy seen on video pacing around Miami airport.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Diddy dart to Antigua, rap mogul's jet lands amid federal blah blah blah. Let's see. Basically, they just said that, he was seen
2 hours ago.
Right. So, most of, like, right here was in the last 40 minutes, and the
last one is 6 hours ago. I mean, 6 minutes ago. This is the earliest.
They're just saying that
Los Angeles, and it's the same thing. So, like I said, nothing else is going to be new until probably the wee hours of the morning or the morning itself. So I know for sure by the time I wake up, there'll be some new developments.
Right.
Because I wake up a little bit later on in the morning. But yeah, we will definitely be keeping up to date on this and talking about it. So yeah, what a freaking day. I mean, mostly for him, of course, but what a day for the news. And and I know we didn't get to speak on it, but my goodness, freaking Candiace and Robyn are gone from Real Housewives of Potomac.
That's shocking.
A lot of people are happy.
Well, let's go ahead and do a little 15 minutes on them and get it over with.
Okay, so a lot of people are shocked. A lot of people are happy. It also is just the fact that, it came before the reunion has even aired. We just saw the explosive reunion finale last night, and it's crazy because last night's episode was the only episode that we needed this whole entire season, because I don't feel like this season gave us anything that is worth remembering this season for, except the fact of what happened the last 15 minutes of the finale with Mia and Gordon. So while everyone is trying to wrap their head around that overnight, they want to slip in up. Candiace, Dillard, Bassett is leaving. Where is it? Hold on, where am I? Let me get off of Diddy's page. Looking at his ugly self, nasty self.
Wow. Hey, Kamisha. She
Not
did
me.
not be coming in.
Well, you know, it is what it is up in here.
I mean,
Um,
we keep it raw and uncut up in here.
Yes, we do. You know how it is. We do what we gotta do. So yes, Candiace had wrote that as I embark on a new chapter after 6 remarkable years with Real Housewives of Potomac, I am filled with gratitude for the enriching friendships, personal growth, and moments of introspection that have defined this journey. She tells people in the statement, with a whirlwind of new opportunities and responsibilities on my plate, I have decided to take a break from Real Housewives of Potomac. This is not a farewell, but see you later. So, do we feel that would she come back? And I feel that it would be, I feel a lot of people are happy to see her go, but I feel once she's gone for a while, she's going to be missed.
Yeah, I think this is maybe she's trying to focus on her career some more.
Her music,
Maybe
yes.
her and Chris want to have some
Little
babies or
baby.
something. And it's not uncommon. I mean, Nene left and came back. Portia left and came back. Cherie left and came back.
You're on pause, and then you get unpause.
Right. And then I apologize. I don't watch some of the other shows, but didn't Bethany leave and came back on
That's that she came back for something, but she had her own show. But she's trying to come back now, and it's just not sticking. But she's trying to come back, but don't nobody want her back. She fucked over it.
Didn't Vicky leave and come back or something? Somebody
left
from.
She was on pause and came back. Yep.
Right. So yeah, like she said, this is not farewell, but a see you later. So,
and I hope that is the case because, well, you know, a lot of people don't like Candiace. I didn't like Candiace when Monique was on, but once Monique left, I was able to see her defend herself the way she needed to. I didn't feel she needed to defend herself the way she did with Monique. And I feel that's why I felt that way then. But now since Monique left, you know, I grew to really like and really, really, really like Candiace. And so I'm sad to see her leave because she stayed on Giselle's neck because they needed to be stepped on pretty much. And so, and now that Robyn is gone also, it's like
I wonder how Giselle gonna act alone. Laptop. She don't have her little minion with her. And I am not sorry to see Robyn go with her hiding shit and putting shit behind a paywall and trying to tell her story on Patreon to get paid. Girl, you need all that money so you can file for divorce from that cheat line asshole you married again. Like, girl, go on, sit down somewhere. Now, I understand you might be in love with a man because that's the only man you've been with, but you need to go find red shorts from the beach. I believe he'll change your life.
Oh my. She said that. But I feel that, but that is true. So I feel Robyn been needing to go.
Been needed to go.
He has overstayed her welcome. She's overstayed her welcome. I'm glad her or Juan Dixon is not here. Is not going to be here right now.
I don't even believe like they have no type of on-camera connection. You know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine what it's like outside the home. But if like you see the way Candiace interacts with Chris, even Karen and old ass Ray got more clicking going on than Robyn and Juan. Now, granted, they've been together for 100 years, so I get it, but I just don't see any type of heat, chemistry, nothing. It's like y'all roommates, co-workers. He got more heat with the bitch in the laundromat and the nail salon than he got with her.
That's what I'm saying. And see, I feel at this point they have an agreement or something because she doesn't feel fazed by none of this. And when the girls bring it to her on camera, she seems more annoyed with them. Like, why is y'all talking like me and him got this? I know, like I picked the girl out for him. Like, what is y'all talking about?
I know, but here's the thing though. typically, if you have some type of arrangement, like how Gordon busted Mia out on their arrangement, up until recently, you haven't been seeing Mia post no man. She ain't been out, now she posting her little boo thing or whatever. But even if they claim Karen and Ray got an agreement, they keep saying blue eyes, but they ain't never came with no concrete evidence. Just like they said, what's his name over on Huntsville cheating, ain't nobody never came out and said nothing, no matter how many times they done said whatever. So all I've got to say is, if you do got an arrangement, respect the rules of the arrangement. But Juan then got caught with one woman twice, then the other woman from Canada. So that's 3 separate incidences, right?
Yes.
And then we don't even know how many women he got caught with, which caused him to get divorced the first time.
See.
And to be real honest, I think he was just riding on the coattails because the money was coming through, because he ain't, his basketball career over. It wasn't like he was a Michael Jordan, he was an average player, making, whatever NBA bare minimum or whatever. And then they lost all their money with the one situation where they invested with the wrong person. So at this point, even if you had accumulated all that money throughout your NBA career, it's gone, and you have no means whatsoever to get that money back. And then your woman gets on TV. Now, granted, it ain't NBA money, but it's more money than what he got. And whatever little coaching job he had that he no longer has, what is he going to do with himself? He got to stay.
Nothing.
Otherwise, he going to be homeless.
I mean, exactly. Well, now he just gonna reach out for her, because now that she has opened up her her own little business, her own business now. So that's the money that he can rely on right there. I mean, he gonna have to do something. He gonna have to go ahead and get him a 9 to 5 plan.
Wait, between the hats and what, they gonna start flipping houses now? What, they going over to HGTV or something?
Woo. Who knows?
But anyways,
they're gonna have to figure out something, because the Bravo checks are gone. It's over, and I'm excited that she is gone. I really, really am. Long overdue, like I said. So that means that it is time for newbies. So, or maybe some comebacks. Geez, I can't. Do you feel Charisse deserves to be on full time? Do you think she would serve her purpose to be there full time?
Well, I mean, considering that she's the one that kind of sort of brought the show together or whatever, I just need her to get some better fashions and some better wigs.
I feel if they put her on the show more, she can get more money, and she'll have more money to spend on better fashion and better wigs. And I feel she can get herself together more, maybe. Or maybe I don't know if that's or maybe she can hire her a stylist of some sort, maybe. Or at least fire the one she got. I don't know. But I feel if she did come on more, we would talk about her more. It would irritate her more. Therefore, she would do something with it, probably. She would. I mean, we may, before the season that she would to come on, the first season she comes on, okay, yeah, no, because that's when we're going to have to trash her and dog. Well, they going to trash her and dog her and talk shit. And then the next season after that, she'll come better and then progress, because she had to come a long way. I mean, look how Phaedra's spark started off. My goodness. Phaedra don't came a long way. So I feel that
I know, but it's been too long for Charisse to claim that, she got all these connections. But you know what this reminds me of? Pam Oliver, who be on the NFL, Fox or whatever. She got all this money, and the only time her hair looks good is when she's in Atlanta, and whoever do her hair is from Atlanta. But when she in any other city, her hair look like trash. So I don't know. Charisse, call the hair and makeup lady from Atlanta and get your wigs right.
Get it together, baby.
That's all I'm saying.
Do better.
It's like you can't have millions of dollars running around looking like Peggy Bundy. Okay, you got to get your wigs together. or go get a Brazilian blowout or something. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me
Maybe
wrong,
she
I like
thinks she's
Sharice.
doing something. Maybe
I
she
do.
thinks she's
I
doing
like
something.
Sharice. You know what? And
Me,
it could be one of them. Steve Jobs. What's the other dude? Um, you know,
yeah,
Steve Jobs.
I
What's
don't
the other
know.
guy?
I don't know.
But anyways, they walk around, Mark Zuckerberg and all them, they
Oh,
walk around
them, yeah.
looking broke and got billions of dollars. It could be that.
Jeff
But
Bezos.
yeah, Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs, all them, like, okay, I get it. But girl, you on TV and they reading you for filth all the time. And I just be like, drop a dime on them hoes and come out and floss one time. Like, go get you a stylist.
Like, boom.
Call
I
Jonathan.
feel like she gonna get it together eventually. I think we just gotta give her a moment. Or maybe that's her style.
Sheree need to call I Am Jonathan
Maybe
to come
that's her
slay that
style.
wig. She need to call
Maybe.
I Am Jonathan. Somebody send this clip to I Am Jonathan so he can go to Potomac and help out Sharice, because she need I Am Jonathan to come slay the wig. That's what she needs.
See, and that's what they need to do. And maybe that could be a whole entire episode, like a whole what not to wear episode, and get her together. Right. Because she I feel that she because if she got herself together, Sharice could lay it out. She's got she has, like, for her age and everything, she has a nice thick figure for herself. Mm-hmm. Like, she could wear some shit if she put it on. Like, right. I'm sure she can put it on. But the shit she got to put on is just not making the mark. That's the problem. Like, you need to go back and try again. But if that's your look, then okay. But honey, you need a new look if that's your look too. But yeah, she's well connected. She don't really been like the ones who really put the group together in the first place. So I feel like she deserves to come on and get her fair shot for whatever reason.
I think she does too. I think she does too. And I think if they give her a champagne glass or whatever they do over there in Potomac, I think that she should get her a stylist. I think she should come on with it on there, slayed and laid, and be like, ha ha on you bitches. That's what I think.
Ha ha, period. Right. But another person is Katie Ross. Now, I would have loved for Katie to come back, but she is a different type of crazy right now. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that's the best for her. She needs to be talking to someone in a chair or someone's couch. But she is a ball of fun. But I really wish she would be in a good mental space for her to be able to come back to Potomac, because Katie was a lot of fun. And Karen is still actually talks to her. Because Katie actually posted that she had talked to Karen after Karen's DUI and everything, which is a whole nother thing. Oh my goodness, the Grand Dame. Like, she can't even throw that classy shit when the season come back. Because, girl, you got a whole entire DUI. Like, your class, you don't got a point taken away from your class level, honey.
All I'm going to say is I'm going to quote whoever sang the song. I don't know. But Uber, Uber, Uber everywhere. Because trust and believe, I will hop in an Uber before I get a DUI. I will leave my car parked somewhere. Again, you got all this money. Call a driver. Y'all can, like in Vegas, they got a thing called tipsy toe. And what happens is 2 people come pick you up, and one drive your car and one follows so that they can take the person who drove your car back to wherever, they need to go. I love that. So I don't believe in having all this money and getting no DUI, because you could have took a taxi, a Uber, Lyft. You could have called some type of driver service or whatever and came back and got your car the next day. Now, I understand that some people get a DUI because they didn't spend all their money at the bar or the liquor store or whatever, and they got to drive home because they ain't got no other choice. Y'all got choices.
I mean, just figure it out. All I know is figure it out. But this isn't Karen's first DUI either. They have said so. She ain't new to this. She is true to this. It's just really suspicious how at first when the whole thing came out, it was saying that she wasn't arrested, taken in, and all of this stuff. But then as that night and the next day, it's like more and more started coming out. Like, oh, you tried to pull a fast one on this, honey. Oh no, the Grand Dame, you cannot pull this one, honey. Now I don't know when the films pick back up, but they gonna be starting with this. So
yeah, they're gonna do that thing. You know how they do the little fast forward thing, like all the stuff that happened when they weren't filming, you know, like in between.
That's
the
what really B had said when I had talked with her, and I said that is so true. That's how they do. But if there's but that's the thing. Will anything else happen before then that can be that scandalous? See, I think they start filming in a month.
Well, you know how they do. They gonna flash the mug shot. They gonna flash the news articles. They throw up a couple of the funniest blogs, meme titles, or whatever, and then they cut to, so Karen, you know, over the break, you know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be the funniest.
When do you go to court? All that shit.
You know Giselle is going to be the messiest of the bunch to say something, but she don't got her homie to say it to and be messy with, so that'll be
right.
a game
this should be interesting to see how she maneuvers without her minion, because I do believe she was sending Robyn to say a lot of the things that she wanted to say and antagonize people and then jump on the bandwagon. So this should be very interesting to see how Giselle operates without Robyn. But then you
might hang on to Karen, because her and Karen, you know, they're friends, but they like to come for each other so much. But I feel that it was so easy for Giselle to do that because she's always had Robyn. So now that she doesn't have Robyn, it very may be that her and Karen may get close.
Nah, you know who's gonna take Robyn's spot?
Who?
Ashley.
Yeah, because they got their GNA thing going. That could be the case. Yeah, you're right.
Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Right. You definitely
because she got her dry ass storyline with her and Michael, so she's
still rubbing that man's feet.
She's right along with Robyn in this divorce, no divorce. I need my man to take care of me, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. So I really think that Ashley is definitely is going to take over Robyn's spot with Giselle. That's what I believe. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. But I really believe
you're right. No, you're right.
Ashley has been waiting on the moment to get Robyn out of the way so she can be Giselle's number one.
Ooh, that'll be a hot mess because Ashley loves to be a hot mess, and you know she's becoming more and more. You know, Ashley was one that I really, really, really liked a lot too. But if she about to be a Giselle fan, like, oh, I don't know. Yes. I feel like I ain't gonna like her much. I believe
that that's what's gonna happen. I honestly believe that Ashley is gonna take over Robyn's spot.
Well, we shall see. There's gonna be a lot. I just hope that they actually have a storyline. I'm wondering how GNA is going to be doing by that time, and if it's going to even be a thing, and if it, you know, launches off the way that they wanted to. Not saying that I wanted to, you know, respect all Black business and all that jazz, you know what it is. So who knows?
I just hope they ain't on there selling joggers for $125.
That's the thing.
Like, I could buy on Amazon for $12.99.
Yes, please make sure you're doing better than that. Because we look, if that's the case, we don't want it, boo boo. We don't want it. We can get it ourselves, and we're just fine with that. All right. Anything else you want to add to this? Since we have been on for an hour and a half, it's time to hang it.
No, we covered pretty much all of our topics, which was like, woo woo, yay. Woo, woo, woo. And if y'all got time, make sure y'all go over to my channel. And I just dropped 2 new episodes of BMF reviews yesterday.
Yes, and even if you don't got time, please go over there and please like it and put some hearts down. Throw up the waves. You know what it is. Throw some support and some love real quick. It is much appreciated. And yes, don't know when I'll be back. Oh, yes, we do have a shield to do 3 and 4. We'll do it sometime this week. I promise. Yes, we will get into that. Episodes 3 and 4 we got on deck. So I actually got it on pause right now, but I know I ain't gonna get to it tonight because shit, I got so much. I also wanted to do talk about Quiet on the Set and Freaknik. I have not watched either yet, so that's gonna be a late one. I heard
Freaknik was boring.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
For real? Did you watch?
I didn't watch it. I just heard.
Word. Damn. Well, shit. Well, we'll see. I'll see how boring it was, and if so, that's what we'll talk about. How boring it was. Like I said, I want to do Quiet on the Set. So, yeah, I'll definitely be back sometime this week to talk about some other stuff and do. We're doing the Shield soon, sometime this week. Just don't know when, because tonight would have been the night. I feel like I want to switch from Monday nights because I have realized all the news. I always want to go live about news on Monday because so much happens over the weekend.
I'm flexible.
So yeah, I'm definitely about to. So I'm going to definitely switch the Shield day. So yeah, but I wanted to figure out what you were doing to collaborate, what you were doing on your channel. So I need to know your flexibility or whatnot.
The only thing I really got going on is Sundays. I'll be dropping BMF. I know the Shy, it comes back, I think May or June. What else? I don't really have a whole lot going on because I'll be working and I'll be tired. So I'm doing the bare minimum.
Yeah, so I feel you. Okay, well, we'll figure out which other day to do that instead coming up soon. Because yeah, Monday be the day to drop all the stuff, and that's when I be wanting to do a variety show the most on Mondays for some reason. Because all stuff be happening for some reason. But so that's what it like today. Like it was just a mad crazy day. Like it started off with all the Bravo drama, then it ended with Diddy drama. Then it's like the night is still kind of young still. So who else is to happen? Because more, it's just too much. It's vlogging is dangerous, but it's kind of lit.
Yeah,
it's kind of lit. Yeah, so make sure everyone, if you are not subscribed, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel and Dina's channel, and make sure you hit that notification bell, even though YouTube be playing in our faces sometimes. I hate that. I really, really do. But I hope everyone had a wonderful time. Thanks for coming to chill with us. It's always been a good time. Thanks for watching. We out this nasty thing.